What's good, everyone? Thanks as always for passing by the channel, much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Don't forget as well, please, to like and share the videos. Thanks to everyone who's been getting involved so far. Also, a quick little kind of word of support. Like, I hope everyone's doing well and getting through this third lockdown, because I don't know about you, but I found this one really tough. Like, I don't know what it is. I think it's because of the weather as well. It somehow made it that much more tough. Like, the first one was like, it felt necessary. The second one felt inevitable, but this one, I don't know what it is. It's been really tough. Lucky for me though, I've had these videos to make and I've been really enjoying that. So thank you to everyone who has been tuning in and watching the channel. Really do appreciate it. And so, with not much happening, I decided to do another one of these predicted videos and looking at the league table. Only this time I'm looking at the Scottish League, pointing that way as if it is over there. But I mean, to be fair, 40-minute drive that way, you're in Scotland, so you know, it's like it was meant to be. So I'm just gonna have a look at the Scottish League table. Many will say a foregone conclusion already, but you know, it's just interesting to see, and I'm gonna give you what I think is going to be the final table, just like I did with the Premier League video the other day that I uploaded. So let's have a look. I'm going to go from bottom to top actually this time, because just to make things a bit different. So currently sitting bottom of the league in Scotland, we have got Ross County. I think I actually had them finishing around 10th, maybe when it was the start of the season initially. But now it's clear for me that they're going to get relegated easy, and they'll be finishing rock bottom. You know, they've got some good players in their team. They made the decision early on. They sacked Kettlewell, you know, very early in the season, and they brought in John Hughes, which, to be fair, I do think he is a better manager. But I think it's just a little bit too little too late. They put Celtic out of the cup, which is certainly one thing. But if you've just got to look at their league form, and it's not good at all. So I think Ross County, it might be a case of we're saying goodbye to them. Just above them, we have got Hamilton, you know, the team who won't go away. But I think this season, again, this would be another one where I think they will be heading to the Championship. I had them finishing low when I was looking at when the season started, and look where they are now. They were really poor when they played Livingston last time. I think them two are going to be the ones who I see in the Championship. Then we've got Motherwell, again, a very poor season. The last 5 results, they have had no wins at all. Losing David Turnbull seemed to hurt them a heck of a lot. It just shows how key he was to that team. Robinson, their manager Robinson, is the right man for the job, but the results just are not coming at all. I can imagine the top half of this table will be all that they are looking for right now. If they can finish, I don't know, I'd say if they can get up to the 8th or 9th spot, they'll be happy, because I think that's all they're going to get. And above them in 9th place, we have got St Johnstone, who basically where I had them at the start of the season, really. But again, very mixed kind of a set of results, really. I was sceptical of them, especially after they got rid of Tommy Wright. After all this time, you know, he was in charge for a long time. They brought in Callum Davison, who I was hopeful for, and it's been mixed, to say the least. But that's always going to happen when you bring in a new manager. Just like I was saying about Chelsea with Lampard, whenever you bring in new managers, you can't expect results overnight. Not everyone is, you know, an Ancelotti or a Pep Guardiola. So you have to give them time to kind of, you know, emerge into the team. The last 5 results, though, have been shocking. 3 draws and 2 defeats. So, oh no, yeah. I think the mid-table is where they will be at the end of the season. Above them are St Mirren, who have really kind of shown me up, because I thought they were going to be another one who were I think I had them finishing around about 10th or 11th, very bottom. I thought they were going to do very poor. But then again, they really did at the start of the season. But Jim Goodwin, to be fair, has been doing a lot of good stuff there, and it seems to be working. I mean, they did knock Rangers out of the cup, but which shows just that sometimes that good form can find you later on in the season. Second half of the season, for me, is the most important. That is the time when you really kind of know who is going to win, who's getting relegated. These decisions can finally be made. First half is very much sceptical. This is when it becomes finalised. But I do think St Mirren definitely will stay up. They have proved me wrong, and I'll admit that. But this is football, you know, you're never going to get it right 100% of the time. Above them at the moment, we have got Kilmarnock, another team that have been very, very inconsistent. Alex Dyer is a decent manager for them to have, definitely a very good choice. I like what he's doing, certainly what he's been building that team. He was assistant manager of the Scottish national team, of course. So he's definitely got like the right resume. He's definitely got the resume for a team like Kilmarnock. So I do see him being a success there. They started off quite poorly. They got a draw against Celtic, and then they've kind of found their form, and then now they're slowly tipping off again, and they just need to kind of bounce back from that. The last 5 results for Kilmarnock, they've had 2 losses, 2 wins and a draw, which shows that kind of inconsistency that they're having. But I do reckon they'll get top 6, 7 maybe. I'll do my actual table when I've kind of finished looking through the league as a whole. Above them now we have got Dundee United, who have certainly been this kind of dark horse of the Scottish Premier League, especially for a new side. I never saw them doing this well. They have a team which simply works. They've got great attack, great defence. They're almost like a very, very kind of coordinated team. But the only thing they're poor at is finishing, in front of goal. Their strikers, I forget what his name was, but one of their strikers they have is certainly, he's a top player, but he just cannot. He's a bit like Timo Werner for Chelsea, really. Great pace, great passing, but finishing, awful. And that's what's cost them some of them other results. But fair to say, they are performing a heck of a lot better than I initially thought they would. And they are getting results when they need them the most. That's all you can say, really. They get the results when they need them, when it's most important. So Dundee United, dark horse this season, certainly surprise of the season for me. I'm definitely top 5, 6, possibly, potentially. At number 5 at the moment, we have Livingston, who have had a fantastic run of form recently. Their game against Aberdeen was cancelled due to bad weather, so I was really interested to see how that was going to go, because Aberdeen were informed themselves as well. But they had 5 wins on the bounce from Martin Dale, the manager. They had bad results early on, but they've just recently kind of found this form. I think they've got something like 9 wins for the entire season. 5 of them, and they're in their last 5 games. So I never saw that happening personally. But that's why, that's why football's so great. They were right to give Martin Dale a second chance. Top 5 or 6 for sure, Livingston. Another kind of surprise in terms of not doing what I was expecting them to do, but performing very, very well. Then at 4th place, we have the mighty Hibernian. Hoorah! And what can I say? Jack Ross is a great manager. He's a great manager. In their squad, talent left, right and centre. Kevin Nesbitt, Martin Boyle, Scott Allen, Ryan Porteous. Nesbitt in particular has been banging in the goals. Martin Boyle's been getting the assists. 2 potential player of the season candidates. The bit of inconsistency here and there, which you get from every Hibs season, So, but the thing is, it's not on the same scale. Whereas they would be losing consistently, they've kind of just dipped now and then. The last 5 results, they have had several losses, draws and wins, but all through kind of November and December, they have kept those good results over. They lost against St Johnstone, which was a bad one, but getting that draw against Celtic the other day, which is something they certainly deserved. I mean, they deserved to win that game, to be fair, because Celtic were awful. Celtic have, I've seen a lot of fans going like, yeah, we should not have won that match. So I think the top 4 now is basically locked and set for the end of the season. So Hibs, 4th place, definitely deserve to be there. Great to see them doing well. And above them we have Aberdeen. Right now we're probably looking at the best Aberdeen team in recent memory, certainly under Derek McInnes. What they're doing there is just nothing short of brilliant. Lewis Ferguson is a potential player of the season candidate. They are a threat to anyone, much like I was saying about Villa in the Premier League. they are a genuine threat to anyone. Nobody is safe when they're going up against Aberdeen this season, especially compared to the start of this season with that whole pub scandal going on because of the COVID situation. But again, I think Aberdeen will finish where they are, third place. They're a great team. They could potentially put in a bit of a challenge towards Celtic, but not this season, maybe in a season or two. Great team overall. Lewis Ferguson is a fantastic player. They've had a couple of losses and draws recently, but I don't think that'll affect them over the course of the rest of the season. And then in second place, we have got Celtic. You know, I wouldn't say fallen giants, but like they have had it's fair to say, like they have had a nightmare of a season. You know, they've had bad boardroom decisions, poor results. They've had that Dubai trip, which was an absolute disaster for them. I don't know who thought of that, but they should be sacked because that was completely idiotic, really. No other team in Europe has considered doing that. Like, you don't hear of any teams like Man City or Chelsea or Arsenal, Man U, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona. No other team is doing anything like that. But Celtic seem to think that they can get away with it or they can go against the herd. It's a shocking decision. And as a result, 13 players out, isolating, COVID illness spreading, is the price you pay. They haven't made enough squad changes from last season. I didn't think they made enough transfers. They will. I mean, they're doing well by a team standard. If you look at the second in the Premier League, so if you're an outsider looking in, you'd be like, oh well, they're doing all right. They finished second. But if you're a team that has had quadrupled trebles, you know the standards are to be the absolute best. And Celtic right now, this team and this squad and this boardroom certainly are not doing that for them. I actually predicted them to win it again this year. Clearly got that wrong, didn't I? But we'll see what they can do over the summer and for next season. And then, of course, at number one, top of the league, we have Steven Gerrard's Rangers storming the season. You know, most likely they're going to win it, aren't they? They spent well over the summer, 21 points clear at the top, which is insane. Unbeaten in the league, good squad rotation, great tactical awareness. They make the adjustments when it's needed. It's fair to say they have absolutely smashed it out the park this season. And fair play to them. You know, Rangers look well organised and know what they are doing. Whereas for many games, Celtic look like they don't know what they're doing. They're completely run out of ideas. So I think that's the overall difference between Celtic and Rangers this season. Celtic have not made adjustments, whereas Rangers have. You know, the Celtic boardroom is thinking about stunts like the Dubai trip. Rangers have simply focused on strengthening their squad and adding to it. Like Roof, come here, Roof. What a player! What a player he is. So how I think the league's going to finish, top four, like I said, is locked in. Rangers to be winners, Celtic second, Aberdeen third, and then Hibs fourth, as expected, really. And then if I was to do the mid-table is where I think it's going to really kind of heat up and be debated. So with fifth place, I think it will be Dundee United. I think they've been such a dark horse. They're just, Nicky Clark is really smashing the goals in for them as well, looking really good. I think they're going to potentially push into that top four in a season or two. Number 6, Livingston. Again, fantastic run of form. If they can keep that up, there's nothing to say that they're going to do any worse than 5th, 6th place. But I will go 6th because I think Dundee United will manage to keep the run momentum going to go above them. Number 7, Kilmarnock. With number 8, St Johnstone. 9th, Motherwell. And then the final 3 being St Mirren, Hamilton and Ross County, with Hamilton and Ross County getting relegated. I just think the pair of them, their form has just been absolutely shocking this season. So I can see no other result than them two going down. And also, down in the Championship, I was going to say, who else do I see coming up? Now, if you look at the Championship now, Hearts are ahead by, I think they're 5 points clear at the top of the league. I think there's no doubt that they will come up from the Championship and get promoted. And fair play, they've earned it, as they are clearly the best team in the Scottish Championship. How they'll do next season in the SPL is quite a mystery. In terms of the next two teams, you got Dunfermline and Dundee on 19 points, and then Wraith Rovers on 15. I think it will be Dunfermline or Dundee who will win the playoffs. Dunfermline are actually my dad's team, and Dundee's the team from where I went to university. I think I am going to lean towards Dunfermline. I think their form has been slightly better, even though Dundee have been doing very good with Charlie Adams and Osman Sow. They're both looking very good. But I have been very impressed by Dunfermline's Declan McManus this season. And I would favour Athletic to get promoted over Dundee. It'll be the first time of them being in the SPL since 2007. Boy, long time. Other than that, I think the top scorer will be the James Tavernier of Rangers. I mean, he's just had such a good season. He's on top scoring right now. I think Roof and Nisbet could potentially get there as well, but I think Tavernier just seems to be flying. Golden Glove, you got to go with Rangers really. Alan McGregor have not lost in the league this season, so most likely. Player of the season, I think my personal pick would be Kevin Nesbitt or Martin Boyle, but I have to be reasonable. Ferguson for sure has a shot at that. He has been fantastic for Aberdeen. So I think it'll be Ferguson or Tavernier who gets it, because I mean, you could argue someone like Ryan Christie for Celtic has been very good as well. I just think the overall team has just been such a shambles that I don't know. And Dembele's not been too bad for them either. But I think in terms of players that have actually shone and taken the league by form and really kind of changed the way a team has played, I think those two, Tavernier and Ferguson and Roof as well. So between those three, if I was to pick a player of the season. But it'll be really interesting to see how it is next year. I think Rangers have really got the title in the bag, and fair play to them. They've done everything they need to do to win it. They've got a great team, they've got great management, they've got great tactics, and here's hoping that the other teams such as Hibs can get up there in the future. And thanks for stopping by, everyone. That is my choice for the SPL this year, and I'll see you all soon. Stay safe and God bless. Peace and love, people. Peace and love.